Deep in the green forests of Oregon, where mist hangs between the trees, there lies a hidden sanctuary. It's not a zoo, it's not a tourist park. It's a place built from compassion, a final home for wild souls who lost their freedom. This is the story of Maya, a tiger who survived captivity, cruelty, and pain, and found freedom again. Across the United States, thousands of wild cats live behind bars. Tigers, lions, leopards, not in jungles or national parks, but in basements, barns, and backyards. People buy them as pets. Circuses use them for profit. Roadside zoos show them off for money. Most of these animals never feel grass beneath their paws, never see the open sky, never hear the forest whisper their name. In the middle of this cruelty, one sanctuary in Oregon decided to fight back, silently but powerfully. In 1998, a woman named Cheryl Tuller saw a suffering cougar named Sadie and made a promise: no more cages, no more pain. That promise became WildCat Ridge Sanctuary, a non-profit home for abused and abandoned wild cats. Here, there are no crowds, no cameras, no performances, only care, healing, and peace. Every animal who arrives here has a story, and one of the most unforgettable was a tiger named Maya. It was a cold winter morning in 2023. The phone at WildCat Ridge rang. On the line was a small rescue organization from Idaho.
They said, "We found a tiger chained inside a barn. She's weak, maybe dying."
The team froze.
A tiger in Idaho?
They knew they had to act fast.
Within hours, WildCat Ridge prepared a rescue team. Veterinarians, transport specialists, and volunteers loaded tranquilizers, blankets, and food. The mission was clear: save her life. The journey was long, nearly 800 miles across snow-covered highways.
The team drove through the night, headlights cutting through fog and fear.
When they arrived, the smell hit them first: rot, urine, and despair. Inside the barn, a rusted chain glimmered under a broken light. At the end of it lay Maya. Her orange fur was faded. Her ribs showed. Her eyes, though dull, still carried a spark of life.
"She's still fighting," whispered one rescuer. They worked quietly, carefully.
A vet knelt beside her, whispering softly while preparing a tranquilizer dart. Minutes felt like hours. Finally, the dart hit gently.
Her breathing slowed. Her body relaxed.
With trembling hands, the rescuers lifted her onto a padded stretcher. They covered her with a blanket to keep her warm. And for the first time in years, Maya's chains were cut.
Outside, snow began to fall, as if the world itself was blessing her freedom. The rescue truck rolled through the silent night. Maya lay inside, breathing slowly, her heart steady.
The caretakers checked her pulse every few minutes. They spoke softly, telling her stories about the forest, the wind, and the freedom waiting ahead.
As dawn broke over the Oregon mountains, the sanctuary appeared. Tall fences surrounded acres of open land, filled with trees, ponds, and sunlight.
"This is home now," whispered Cheryl.
When the cage door opened, Maya didn't move. She stood there, uncertain, blinking at the open world.
The wind touched her whiskers. Birds called in the distance. The smell of grass filled the air.
Slowly, she lifted one paw, then another. Step by step, she walked out, leaving behind years of captivity.
And when her paws touched the ground, it was like she remembered what it meant to be wild. The next few weeks were tough. Maya refused to eat at first.
She avoided human contact, pacing nervously in her enclosure.
Her body bore scars, her paws cracked, her teeth worn down. But the caretakers never gave up.
They spoke to her softly. They left food near her shelter and waited patiently. Every small step, every growl, every glance was a victory.
One day she finally ate, and another day she purred.
It was the beginning of her new life. Months passed. Maya grew stronger.
Her fur regained its shine.
Her eyes, once dull, now glowed with pride and power.
She rolled on the grass. She splashed in the pond. She chased butterflies like a cub discovering the world for the first time.
Every movement spoke one truth: she was alive again. Maya wasn't alone. Around her lived dozens of other rescued animals, each with a story of pain turned to peace. There was Cody, a leopard once kept as a pet in a garage; Simba, a cougar rescued from a traveling circus; and Raja, a tiger who spent 10 years in a concrete cage before finding his forever home. Together, they formed a family, a community of survivors. They didn't roar for dominance anymore. They roared for freedom.
Behind every rescue is a human heart. The volunteers of WildCat Ridge start their day before sunrise. They prepare hundreds of pounds of meat, clean habitats, refill water, and check on every animal.
No one here earns fame. No one seeks attention. They work for love, the pure kind that asks for nothing in return.
Each day they whisper the same silent promise: you are safe now.
Running a sanctuary isn't easy. Every month brings new challenges: food shortages, medical bills, repairs after storms. A single tiger can eat up to 15 pounds of meat a day. One surgery can cost thousands, and yet they never give up. Because every time Maya takes a peaceful nap in the sun, it reminds them why they began. Unlike most sanctuaries, WildCat Ridge isn't open to the public. There are no visitors, no tours, no ticket sales. The animals here have seen enough of human eyes. They don't need cameras. They need calm. This place exists for them, not for us. Every sound of the wind, every rustle of the leaves tells them they're finally home. Today, Maya is a symbol of hope.
Her fur glows under the Oregon sun. She walks with strength, her healed paws leaving soft prints on the ground.
She no longer flinches when humans approach. She watches them calmly, as if she knows they're friends now. Sometimes she sits quietly at sunset, staring into the forest. Maybe she remembers her past. Maybe she simply enjoys her peace. Either way, she is free. Maya's story is not just about one tiger. It's about thousands of voiceless creatures across the world who still wait for freedom. It's a reminder that kindness can rebuild what cruelty destroyed, that one person's compassion can change a life or save one. You don't have to rescue a tiger to make a difference. You can start by caring, by sharing, by refusing to support animal abuse in any form. At WildCat Ridge, when the sun sets behind the mountains, you can hear a faint roar echo through the valley. It's not a roar of anger, it's a roar of survival, of freedom, of life returning home.